Welcome back. This podcast explores the wisdom of generosity, from ancient to modern, and the beautiful space where generosity occurs during small-town capital campaigns. If you like this podcast, please rate or review it in your favorite podcast app. Last week, in our series on authentic giving, we discussed avoiding transactional approaches. What happens if the donor wants to treat the donation as a transaction during a capital campaign? And if we encourage these donors to be generous for their self-serving reasons, will they reap the rewards of their generosity? This week, I am reading a quote from The Paradox of Generosity by Christian Smith and Hilary Davidson, published in 2014. Quote, "While we hope that many will read this book in order to become more generous people and thereby likely enhance over time their own happiness, health, and purpose in life, the paradox of generosity also seems to entail this relevant truth. Generosity cannot be faked in order to achieve some other, more valued, self-serving end. Generosity itself needs to be desired. The good of other people must be what we want. Nobody can reap the personal rewards that generous practices tend to produce by going through the motions of generosity simply in order to reap those desired rewards. Such practices are not really generous, but rather self-serving, and self-serving actions do not enhance one's well-being. Generosity cannot be counterfeited, and fake generosity does not make us happier, healthier, or more purposeful in life. To live generously, one must, in due time, really become a generous person. Generosity must be authentic. It must be believed and practiced as a real part of one's life. Only then might its well-being enhancing powers kick in." End quote. Capital campaigns can bring the joy of seeing donors become more kind, more amenable, more generous the more they give. And yet, we may also encounter donors who become more demanding, more angry, more sour the more they give. These are the donors who, as the author said, are going through the motions of generosity simply in order to reap the desired rewards. If we tie giving to self-interested rewards, then we are more likely to encourage fake generosity and attract other donors like them. So let's reflect on one question this week. Are any of our campaign activities and messaging encouraging self-interested, fake generosity? If so, how can we tweak them to reflect authentic generosity? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections, and subscribe to receive these reflections released every week. To explore small-town capital campaign coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.